Hello, Troy A. Shadow Wingtronics. Still taking part in the Soundoff challenge. Still creating the cover for Captain Yuletide. Still trying out a different screen recording program. Trying to test these two out. So I'm kind of doing double duty. And so last time we made the template for the cover. Now we're going to start making the cover. As you can see, I've kind of started, which is a bit different for me. Usually I draw one panel at a time, one character at a time, and we're going to go a bit into that today. You see I already got folders set up for Captain Yuletide and Bright. I've seen people, they do it just like if they were doing it on paper. They have the pencil layer and the ink layer, but why not give each character their own layer? This way, as I was showing you yesterday when these things around, at the Yuletide, I can move them anywhere I want to. And it'll take not only the pencil, it'll take everything. The pencil, when I got the inks, when I got the coloring, and then we move the 3D doll to where I need it. But people don't do that for whatever reason. And I'm sure they have their reasons, but this is the reason why I do it, because it gives me a bit more control. So what we got here is I'm just doing kind of the underdrawing right now. Like I said, usually do one panel at a time, one character at a time, and then adjust as necessary. It's because I have this layout here which tells me who's looking where and doing what as it is, and then I'm just adjusting it to fit everything in the space. In this case, spinning around the logo and the rest of the trade stuff. I think they call this a trade dress. That's why I listed it as that. Thing. So I've already done Bryce. I don't have a 3D drawing doll for. Captain Yuletide, I had 3D doll for, but I wasn't sure how long it would take me to get it into the pose I wanted to create this, and from there next time we'll be inking them up. So to show how I usually do the character thing, we're going to do Dr. Carbanoid, who's our villain for this year. He's returning villain, and get an idea of how I put a character together. So what I'm going to do is go over here to the auto actions. Really glad I learned about this thing, because this is quite helpful. So I saw a couple people using it in Clip Studio Paint webinars, and it really is helpful. I have one for Jake and Leon, which is what it is create a folder, change the name, and it does all that stuff for me. So it's already set up. So if I'm going to do a Jake and Leon character, I select that, I hit plus, play, then I go back over here, and the folder is already set up. Character, ink, color, that's all I need for a Jake and Leon. I'll just click undo. I have my Pablo A610. Why aren't you undone? You're undo. Oh man, I thought I was going to undo the whole auto action. Well, luckily that one was short. Jake and Leon one doesn't need as many layers in the character folder, because it's such a simple art style. But if I'm doing a character like this, which is still relatively simple, but takes more to do right than your typical Jake and Leon, I just go to this regular character folder, I hit play, I come over here, and it has the character folder, it has the ink layer already with the reference layer, which is one of the reasons I do one character at a time, and I'll explain more about that when I go to get into the coloring. And then we've got the color layer, and then we have the section called underdraw. Pencil, which is this here. Well, no, this is the pose layer that I worked on today. These guys. And if I'm going to use a 3D drawing doll, let me get this out of the way so it's not taking screen. Body type. 2. Version 2 is just something that's easier for me to work with. So I can do. They have a set of poses, but I think I'm going to do this one myself because I don't know if it. I don't think they have just a pose and an angry pose, do they? Let's see. No. I could probably manipulate something like this. Started out as the pose I was using here, which started out as a as a different pose. What's going on here? No. I don't know what happened there. But so let me. So we got the drawing doll set up, which I can't use on my computer in Clip Studio Paint because on the Art computer because that's an XP laptop. Except it's not a laptop right now. We talked about that. And what is that noise? This is no, I don't want to move the character. I want to move the. Darn it. See, this is what I was worried about going on with. I'm trying to do this before, so I'm going to put him in body type, body in the right position, and move them all. Keep expecting it to work a different way, and it does it, and then we gotta keep going to all the different settings where to move them different ways, and then darn thing doesn't click. See, I knew this was gonna be a problem. Now I need to put him in the right pose to match what's in, try and match what's in the layout, but at the same time, I also have to match the changes that I've made. So. What are you doing? See, when these icons go over the model, then I start getting issues. Now, let's see here. Drawing doll use is not too easy for me sometimes. Because, see if I can convince it to come up. Because you can't reach certain areas sometimes. There we go. Now, hand, let's see, I'll bring this thing up. Yes, it is. What kind of it? I actually want to do this. No, I don't want to do that. What do I want to do? See, I don't use the drawing dolls that often. Okay. Shape. Pose. You want to work? Thank you. Oh, good. It's set to the hand already. So, it's got some set up starting points. That's perfect. That's what I need. Thank you. So we got the figure done here. Now I just gotta thin them out a bit so that I can see what I'm doing. Save. Save early, save often. Now everybody has their own unique skeletal structure. And this is mine. First we go to pencil, set to design pencil. I use mechanical pencil for the trick pencil. But just to design a pose, I use the design pencil. I can just shape I want here. Just kind of mark out where different things are. Let me scroll in here so I can see what it where's the eye go? Okay, sometimes I need to turn off the layout and see what the head is. That's where the mechanical eye should go. Ear thing goes, and we erase larger here. Place that. The pose is a vector line. The pencil is a vector line. Everything is a vector line except the color. That's just to be the smartest maneuver. So this on pencil. It should be still design pencil. And problem here. I think this. Oh. I don't need to follow this exactly because that's fine. Because the point is to make this into my art style. So here the line would come down here. Ah, come on. Stop locking it. Stop locking it. And later will be coming up here, and there's the elbow. There's the fingers that are going like that. And I'm not going to use the drawing doll. Like that. I'm not going to use the drawing doll when I'm drawing thing. I'm going to use the pose here like this. So from here, I'm going to use the pose. I'm going to turn that to blue line onto the pencil layer, and now we'll change to mechanical pencil. And now I made a mistake. Hang on. I need my book. See it, but I broke out the Captain Yuletide production book I've shown off before. Let me find the Dr. Carbanoid page. Make sure I get this character ultimately correct. Okay. Here. No, it's good. Darn it. The darn superheroes are coming to get me again. Change this a bit. A little lighter. Then we've got this Cybernetic Arm. And a normal human arm here. This is not quite right. This is why I brought out the book, because this line, this here is not entirely right. See, when I got it drawn, he actually comes up here, and this part is still. What am I doing here? Here is still human, so no, right to erase. All these extra lines here. Bring up the pencil again. And put it like that. Nope, he's and still doing it wrong. He has no. He has kind of a. He has kind of a square jaw. That line. That looks more like it. So using my character model sheet. Still, this. The only problem I got with the drawing doll right now is that it doesn't match up quite to my art style that I use for this comic. Definitely doesn't match up to what I use in Jake and Leon. So I'm gonna try at some point to create drawing dolls that match those characters, match that art style. So this looks kind of weird. Just saw that yesterday with the issue number 5 cover. I had the same problem. So if we go into the tomorrow when I do this, I'm going to use the proper setup, which means I'm not going to be able to reach my keyboard, which I won't need to until I go to put the little stuff down here about the blurb for the title here. And I'm not just realizing the microphone is not in the best place because I don't know how many times I've just smacked it trying to do the drawing. I apologize for that. But I should show you here. Show you the pencil. Just choose a page here. Just kind of a little tied. So the idea of brush size down. Just because you're not getting an idea of what the art style is supposed to look like. His nose kind of like the elf ears, get the mouth. Oh, shocker. Chin is a bit more like a U shape, and that's not quite accurate. That's another thing with this. I have to look. I don't think you can change the shape of the chin, which means that's gonna which means that's kind of screws me up too. He's actually got the there. There. That's where the sleeve of the shirt is. Muscles are he's a superhero. Hands are hands are a problem, so I don't really have the fingers that I should be. I'm not worried about too much about here. This is more or less just trying to get everything into position and looking like stuff so that I have a little more idea of what to do when I get to the actual pen stage. So I try to give myself a little flexibility, but the point with the penciling is it gives me an idea of what these characters are supposed to look like. So here his boot, top of his boot is cut off by his leg. Here it isn't. The leg does not look good, I admit. It's not really a good angle. It's not what I would work with. His cape actually goes to his knees. So this is like that's really a right spot here. So he's doing it's not really not dramatic enough. Let me try again. Try it over. Oh, why'd you do that? And logo just is up on the top of this of his shirt. I don't know exactly accurate, but gives me. Again, this is more just giving ideas of what I'm supposed to be doing. The how it works is the pose gives me an idea of what position the characters are supposed to be in. The pencil gives me an idea of what the character is supposed to look like doing that pose. And then tomorrow we'll do the inking, and you'll see a bit more about how that works. And then we can also do the same with Bryce here. Pose in blue. Save. So when I'm penciling, I don't really. It's not my point to be what Jersey and Rob call precious. It's not really my time to. It's not really my time to be accurate as far as getting the character perfect. It's my point to set things up so that so that when I go to the ink, I can be precious, a little more precious. I can be a little more saying this is it. Once I do the inks, that's how it's supposed to look. This is supposed to make me just set me up for how it's going to look. So Rice here. It's like with each mode with the pose, isn't that meant to be maybe all that accurate? With this, it's a little more accurate, and then when I get to the inks, I try to make it as the best I can with my art ability. That came out bad because I can't see Bryce's. Let's see how to draw this. Like if I'm holding a cup, I can let the fingers go through the cup. I don't have to worry that it's not quite right. It's kind of getting all the positioning right, all the look right, and then the pen is kind of like maybe a cleanup operation of sorts. I screwed up. So I screwed up with the pose. I made the one leg too big. I keep trying to get this to come out right. Or see, like right now, I can go through the lines when I'm not supposed to, and I don't care. When I do the ink, that's when I care. Now this is kind of my, like with each level, from pose to pose, I don't really care that much. With pencil, I care a bit more. With ink is when I really care. So, tomorrow, we're going to see what happens when I really care. Back up. Just close it up now. So here's the original layout. Captain Yuletide. See, I kind of moved him over a bit to get around the logo. The same with Bryce. And then I adjusted Dr. Carbanoid to match. I don't think I got Carbanoid's nose right, which is, yeah, I got his nose actually should be a little pointier. So that's what I got to remember tomorrow when I go to ink this. And then this I'm not going to bring up because you'll see that when the comic's actually revealed. I don't want to spoil anything about this year's comic. So, that's that. And if you want to, see the comic when it's done on Christmas Day, hopefully, you can go to my website, bwspotlight.com, and in the meantime, there's plenty of articles, the weekly comic Jake and Leon, and any video content I make. There's reviews, commentaries, it's all, and just sometimes some fun stuff. If you want to see what's going on with the rest of Art Soundoff, go to Twitter and look for the hashtag Art Soundoff. And if it's something you might want to consider doing next time, check out artsoundoff.com. But until then, we'll see you tomorrow when we make this look better. And until then, I wish you all happy creating.